Do they mean to attack us?
They mean to see me. They have it in their heads that I invented electricity. Who am I to dissuade them?
That is a look at Franklin that stars the incomparable Michael Douglas. The new series explores the greatest gamble taken by Benjamin Franklin, where the world-famous inventor embarks on a secret diplomatic mission to France in 1776. And here to tell us more is Michael Douglas himself. Michael, good morning and a pleasure. Real honor to have you with us here on the morning show in Canada.
Thank you very much. I love it.
Well,
as you know, I'm a big fan of Canada. I have a farm up in Quebec and get up there whenever we can.
Well, listen, let's talk first of all about this role, because amongst your many awards, 2 Oscars, 5 Golden Globes, an Emmy Award, you played everybody from the American president to Liberace. Where does the role of Benjamin Franklin, where does that fit into your amazing career?
Well, it's the first period picture I've ever done. My whole career is contemporary. I mean, Liberace's a little earlier, but it's contemporary. So this was my chance to do a period picture. So that in itself was important. And I don't think I've ever, well, other than the American president, I don't think I've ever played a character as important or as well known as Ben Franklin. So it was a little overwhelming, you know, and it took a little while to figure it all out. But I had an extraordinary time and really proud about how the whole show turned out.
Yeah, you mentioned this is your first period piece. How much did you know about Benjamin Franklin prior to taking on the role?
Well, I knew sort of from my history, you know, high school history classes, a bit certainly about the Renaissance man that he was. You know, he's extraordinary. He didn't go to school. He was 12 years old. He was in proper school for only 2 years. He was 12 years old when he left. Obviously a voracious reader. And from there, he was a spectacular writer, a printer, a publisher. He created the University of Pennsylvania. He created our libraries. He started the post office. And then you have all of his things as an inventor, the electricity, the Franklin stove, bifocals. So this part I kind of knew and was an extraordinary thing. What I didn't know, which is really the basis of our series, Franklin, was his life at 70 years old, working on the Declaration of Independence, signing it, and then 6 weeks later being asked to sail over, taking close to 2 months to get over to France, to ask for their help in backing this new country, which had no money, as a ragtag army, and Franklin was asked to go over to one of the oldest monarchies that existed and ask them to support this new democracy. So here was this guy who was already 70 when he went over. So I felt, yes, this is why Joe Biden's going to be so incredible. This gives you a sense of it, because this must be like 90 in today's age and all of that for somebody to go on.
Mm-hmm. Listen, you mentioned Biden and politics, and I always say you've said working on this project kind of gave you an appreciation for democracy and the Constitution. With America there in an election year, just how are you feeling about things?
I'm feeling that the show actually has a lot of resonance about what's going on today, and that has to do with democracy. And you realize when I was doing this show just how fragile this system is, and it needs to be constantly nurtured and worked. And I think that we've tended to take over the 247 years a more blasé attitude about that. And even when, for instance, when John Adams enters the series about the 3rd episode, and you clearly see the clashing between the two of them, you can see the future of our 2-party system. But even when they clashed, it was always for the benefit of making a better democracy. It wasn't trying to kill off each other. And I think the tone has, in our country anyway, has recently changed. And as we see more and more countries turning to autocracies, it's a chance for us to sort of remind ourselves how precious our democratic system is, both here and in Canada.
Yeah. Just finally, Michael, you mentioned Franklin's age a moment ago, and I'd be remiss if I didn't also mention that you got a big milestone birthday later this year. When you look back on your career, what are you most proud of?
My batting average. If I was a baseball player, I can't say I'm a home run hitter, but my batting average is good. I think that I feel good about. And then the other thing is, a lot of people come to me, they say, when I see your name on a movie, I don't know what to expect, but I know it's going to be good. So that's the best compliment I can get. I've been able, I think, to do a variety of different types of roles, almost all of them contemporary, and I've been very fortunate to sort of track the scripts and the material as being the most important thing. I never worry about my part. I just like to be working with good material.
All right. Well, there certainly is lots of good material in Franklin. Michael, again, a real honor to have you with us here this morning, and we hope to see you up in Quebec sometime soon.
I hope so. Thanks for that. Good to talk with you.
And Franklin is currently streaming on Apple TV+.